Now, all right, let's see how many Joes we can pack into this thing.
Well, hello everyone. I am here in Abbotsford, British Columbia at Fraserway, checking out this Springdale 2620 BHS. This is a family style model, and I've always been a big fan of the Springdale. In fact, I've mentioned this before on the channel, that whenever we go RV shopping, we always end up with a couple of RVs at the end of the list, and this is always on the list, a Springdale. And the reason is, it's because of the value that it brings. It's always the choice for us if we want to save a little extra money, and this is the model that we end up putting on that part of the list. And the reason it ends up on the list like that is because with Springdale, these models especially, they really try to trim back the things you don't need and make sure you have the things that you do need. This way you can get the oversized trailer for the family without getting an oversized price tag to pick it up.
There are RVs built for escaping the crowds, and then there are RVs built for bringing the entire crew along for the adventure. The 2026 Springdale 2620 BHS is very much the second kind of trailer. This is a full family bunkhouse designed around flexibility, sleeping capacity, storage, and maximizing usable living space without pushing the price into premium territory. And that's where the Springdale has carved out its reputation over the years. You might recognize this RV because we recently looked at an RV up in the Kamloops area at Kamloops Fraserway, where we compared the Hideout 262 BHS to a smaller couples model. And yes, this is a very, very similar model. They're nearly identical, both built by Keystone. And like the other one, instead of loading the trailer with expensive features that people may never use, Keystone focuses on the things that family actually care about once they arrive at the campsite: space, sleeping room, storage, functionality, and keeping the tow requirements realistic for a properly equipped half-ton truck. Outside, the 2620 BHS gives you a lot of the features that people now expect in a family trailer. You've got the power awning with the integrated LED lights.
It's got this long slide out. It's got the storage match. It's got a tankless water heater. It's even got solar on the side.
Tandem axles, exterior power hookups, fold down entry steps, and storage with exterior refrigerator access. Now, I personally tow a single axle trailer, but when you get into a larger family trailer like this, there are some serious advantages to having tandem axles. First, you've got that increased cargo capacity because the weight is spread across 4 tires instead of 2. Second, there's the safety factor. In the event of a tire failure, you've still got 3 tires supporting the trailer instead of just 1 on that side, which can provide additional stability while you safely slow down and get off the road to someplace where you can replace the tire. Combined with the improved highway tracking, the overall stability that tandem axles are known for, it's one of the reasons you'll often see dual axles on larger family-focused trailers like this.
Now, before we go look inside, let's take a look at the specs on this trailer.
The overall length of this model comes in 30 feet 11 inches from nose to tail. The height is kept down to 11 feet 1 inch, which is great for getting into gas stations and under overpasses without having to think about it. The dry weight is approximately 6,200 pounds. The gross vehicle weight rating is around 7,700 pounds, and the hitch weight comes in around 725 pounds. So that's giving you over 1,500 pounds of cargo capacity. And that is going to help carry those 41 gallons of water, the 39 gallons of gray tank, and the 30 gallons of black tank that they give you to haul all the water you're going to need for those 8 to 9 people that get to sleep in that RV. And for a trailer this size, all those numbers really put it into an interesting category because it stays towable for the many properly configured half tons out there, giving families a lot more sleeping and living flexibility than your average trailer. And hey, before we go any further, a quick shout out to Fraserway RV for making this possible. If you're not familiar with Fraserway RV, they've actually been around since 1969 and started right here in British Columbia as a family-owned business. Now, over the years, they've grown into Canada's only coast-to-coast RV dealer with 13 locations stretching all the way from Vancouver to Halifax. They carry a lot of the major RV brands on the market, and they have a full service and parts department at their dealerships. They also run one of the largest RV rental fleets in the country, which is a great option if you want to try the RV lifestyle before jumping in and buying one. So if you're in the market, Fraserway is definitely worth checking out. Now let's head inside, because this is where the 2620 BHS really starts to separate itself.
Look at the size of this rig. This RV is made for families where different parts of the family can spread around. You can have folks up in the bunks. You can have folks hanging out in the dinette, folks on the couch. You can have folks back there in the bedroom with the door that shuts.
The first thing you notice is the openness of the layout. That long slide changes everything in here. The trailer is designed around movement and traffic flow. Multiple people can move through the kitchen, living area, and bunk section all at the same time without constantly bumping into each other. And for a family trailer, that matters way more than people realize. The floor plan is built around giving everyone their little zone in the RV. The kids can hang out in the bunks, someone can be cooking in the kitchen, other people can be sitting at the dinette, and the adults still have a private bedroom area up front that actually closes off. The separation completely changes the feel of the trailer once you start camping in it. Now, alright, let's see how many Joes we can pack into this thing. The slide can really fill up with a whole lot of people, especially the bigger folks, and you can see that people can really still walk around this trailer without bumping into each other, because it's really open floor plan with that nice long wide slide. Wow, that's a lot of Joe. That's almost too much Joe.
Back here you've got double bunks. They are double wide, and they can each handle 500 pounds. So they can fit a whole lot of Joe in here for sure. And then down here, you've got the underside storage. The underside storage is really sweet, primarily because you can access it from the outside, which is important when you're loading in the rig. But this is a great place also for the dogs. My dogs would absolutely love it down here. That would totally make that a dog bed zone. There's also a bunch of storage underneath each of the beds right here. So there's lots of extra storage for the kids to put their clothes or their personal items. This RV puts a lot of focus on storage.
Storage is one of the strongest parts of this floor plan, and that's what's interesting, is how practical the storage solutions are. Instead of overcomplicating everything with heavy cabinetry, unnecessary structure, Keystone focused on making the storage easy to actually use. The underbed tote system is a perfect example.
And here's another really smart area with the storage down below. So rather than build out the whole bed area with all the extra wood and having to put the struts to lift the mattress and all that, they just left it open, and there's totes down there with a little stopper so they don't slide around. And that way you can just reach down and pull out your totes. It's much simpler, and it also is the kind of thing that saves cost on a rig like this. To make a rig like this that's going to be for families but extra affordable, little things have to be sort of thought through, and that's one of those things that they've thought through to make this more affordable. I really like that. And you don't have to lift up the mattress and reach under there. This is more convenient for sure.
And throughout the trailer, you've got overhead cabinets, under dinette storage, under bunk storage, pass-through compartments, and exterior access points that let you load gear without dragging everything through the main area. For family camping, that matters a lot, because realistically, the trailer is going to get packed full of stuff. The main living area is really designed around flexibility. You've got the large dinette for meals, board games, laptops, or you can use it for additional sleeping space. The sofa gives you another seating area during the day, converts to sleeping space at night. All the windows throughout the slide really help keep the interior feeling open and bright instead of closed in. This is a family trailer trying to maximize the usable space efficiently. And honestly, it does a pretty good job of it. The kitchen is actually surprisingly functional for a trailer in this category. You've got real prep space here, a large stainless style sink, 3-burner cooktop, microwave. You get the large 12-volt fridge, dedicated drawers, upper cabinetry, and enough counter area to actually prepare meals for the group. And little touches help elevate that feel slightly above and beyond what people normally expect in an entry-level family trailer. The features, well, they all match kind of nicely. The lighting is modern, and overall it just feels cleaner and more polished than older budget trailers used to be. The bunk area is really where the flexibility of the trailer really starts to shine. These double over double bunks can handle up to 500 pounds each, which means they're not only usable for kids, but also for adults, gear storage, pet setups, or whatever your camping style really needs. And underneath, you've got this massive lower storage section with exterior access. That lower bunk area almost becomes its own utility zone all by itself. The bathroom continues the same philosophy as the rest of the trailer. It's practical, it's durable, and it's easy to use. You've got that full shower surround with the skylight overhead. You got the foot flush toilet, the vanity storage is below the sink, enough room to completely move around, lots of room to sit on that throne and do your business, and this is a trailer designed around repeated family use, not just looking pretty.
Another nice thing here is the bedroom area. Look at this private area. I love this. I love the idea that you get a whole separate bedroom. If there's people getting up in the morning, some people can sleep in. It's just a great idea having this extra layer of separation.
And honestly, having this separate bedroom up front really changes the whole camping experience. Being able to close the door, create that little separation from the rest of the trailer, that becomes really valuable once you're traveling with a larger group of family or kids. You've got that wardrobe on both sides, the overhead storage above the bed, charging ports for all your devices, and dedicated reading lights, and most importantly, you have privacy.
And this acts as a whole different area when the adults want to get away from the kids.
In a family RV, privacy becomes a luxury pretty quickly. So that is a look at the 2026 Keystone Springdale 2620 BHS. If your priority is maximizing sleeping space, family flexibility, and usable storage while keeping things in a more approachable price category, then this is exactly the kind of trailer worth putting on your short list. Honestly, I completely understand why it keeps ending up on my short list, and I want to thank Fraserway for letting us check this one out here at their Abbotsford location in British Columbia. If you want to learn more about the 2620 or you want to check out their other current inventory, head over to Fraserway RV's website or just give them a call. They're always there to help. And comment below. Could you see your family camping in something like this? Would you rather go with more of a smaller couples trailer like that hideout that I showed? Let me hear your thoughts. Check out the links in the description. And when you give Fraserway a call or drop by one of their dealerships, make sure to tell them Joe sent you.
RVing with Joe, taking you where you want to go. Check out the videos that he shows. Don't forget to subscribe.